Hello YouTube and welcome back to another episode of The Zone TV Movie Entertainment with me, your host Jonathan. Once again bringing you my thoughts and a review for the new movie and this whole start of this whole cinematic universe, The Mummy. That's right, The Mummy starring Tom Cruise. Now this is technically a reboot. A lot of people thought this was a reboot of the Brendan Fraser Mummy, the one that came out I think in 1999. Good movie, go check that out. I actually really like that movie a lot. But apparently this is supposed to be a remake of the original 19... I don't want to butcher this. I want to say 40 of the original Mummy, the black and white version. I have no idea when that movie came out. No clue. I seen it though. Great movie. So this is supposed to start off a whole new universe with all those creatures. The Mummy, Dracula, Wolfman, Bride of Frankenstein, Creature from the Black Lagoon, Frankenstein. You know, all those. So this movie basically stars Tom Cruise. And he's kind of like this ex-military guy and turned to a grave robber who goes to these exotic places and, you know, get treasure and sell them to the highest bidder. And, you know, typical stuff like that. And he kind of felt like Nathan Drake, if you want to really look at it. He kind of looks like Nathan. He kind of does what Nathan Drake does in the video game. And excuse me, and it's pretty cool. So he does his thing. He's in Iraq doing his thing, and him and his friend, they uncover or accidentally uncover this sarcophagus and this hidden crypt where in the sarcophagus is an ancient mummy. Now apparently in the mummy, she was a princess, you know, back in Egypt time, where she was supposed to be the next queen. Something happens and she's cursed. Now move forward to modern day. Tom Cruise and his crew, they uncover the mummy and things go down. Now you have the mummy who's been unleashed, goes after Tom Cruise because he's got a certain connection to the mummy. I don't want to say what it is because it's kind of a spoiler, but it's actually pretty cool, especially when you watch it. And then when he finds out that his friend, the girl in the trailer, I forgot her name, but she works for this organization. It's kind of like S.H.I.E.L.D., where they go and track down these, you know, creatures that you may think that they're just in storybooks and, you know, fantasy, and they go there and hunt them down and kill them. So when they find out that Tom Cruise is kind of linked into this, they bring him in, and then they try to stop the mummy. Now, when I saw the trailer for this movie, I'm a Tom Cruise fan. I can watch this guy do anything. He's just awesome. The guy is amazing. I love all the Mission Impossible movies. I love him in anything he does. Risky Business, Tropic Thunder, you name it. You know, the Jack Reacher movies. Not as much as number 2, but still, you know, anything Tom Cruise does, I will go check out. So when I saw the trailer for this, I was like, I don't know. To me, he didn't fit in this world. You know, Tom Cruise is the actor who obviously he could do any kind of action movie, but he didn't really fit that role. So, you know, I was like, you know, the trailers ain't doing it for me. You know, I don't know if we need a remake. And I thought this was supposed to be like a straight up horror movie, but they kind of treated it like an action movie, which is not bad, but, you know, there is some negatives to this movie, but I'll get to that in a minute. When I went in there to the movie, I had an open mind. You know, I wasn't gonna go in there thinking this is gonna suck or be awesome. I just wanted to see how this is gonna turn out. And for the most part, I actually enjoyed this movie. I mean, even, you know, there are a lot of moments in this movie where it really shows you, like, this is gonna set up this is what they call it, the dark universe. So you really see, if you really have a good eye for catching like Easter eggs, you'll see, like, wow, they're really trying to make this universe really, really connect. And you see things here and there, you're like, oh my god, that's in this movie? That means they already exist in this world? Man, I can't wait to see more. We also had Russell Crowe in this movie. I'm a big fan of Russell Crowe too. He's awesome. Gladiator, best movie ever. He plays Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde, another monster that's probably going to be in this universe as well. I don't know if he's going to get his own movie, but he's in the movie. And it's not a spoiler, that he turns into Mr. Hyde because he was in the trailer. But if you never saw the trailer, I'm sorry, spoiler. He was my favorite part. I mean, that guy, he went from being a smart dude like Nick Fury to being basically the Hulk. I mean, the guy was crazy good. I mean, he was strong. He looked at the part. He didn't look like he was in a League of Extraordinary Gentlemen, even though I liked that movie. But, you know, they made him too bulky in that movie. And this one, he was just a man who was kind of skin crazy. You know, his skin was kind of crazy looking. That was cool. Sophia, I'm gonna probably butcher this, Botella? She was the Mummy. She was good. I liked her a lot in the movie as the Mummy. I think, you know, I hear her, you know, her accent is not that very good in you know, when she does like interviews and stuff like that, but she's actually pretty good. I watched a couple of interviews, you know, for her talking about the movie. She does a really good job, so she was good in this movie. I really liked her as the Mummy. And to see a female actress playing the Mummy, that was cool. You know, I think in the original Mummy, I know the Brendan Fraser one was a guy, so I think the original one, if I remember correctly, was a male too, so it was kind of cool that they changed it. That was cool. The airplane scene that you guys see in the trailer, that was pretty awesome. I heard that they really shot that, but not like green screen or whatever, so typical Tom Cruise. There you go. A lot of the good action. There was a lot of good action here. The action was good, but what else? Really good quality. Like I said, it really ties in well, you know, through for the whole universe. The backstory of the Mummy was really interesting. The ending was very, very interesting, especially if you, and spoiler, there's no after credits, so I was kind of disappointed there, but the ending of this movie really gets you like, oh man, even if you don't like the movie, when you watch the movie, even if you don't like the movie, it gets you intrigued of what's going to happen next. So, like I said, I like this movie, but there are some negatives here. Let's start with Tom Cruise. Love the guy to death. He's one of my favorite actors of all time. I really wish he was shooting something, you know? He really barely used a gun in this movie. He just he just ran most of the time. He fought a couple of fight scenes here and there, but you know, it wasn't too much. You know, you figure the face of the franchise is supposed to be Tom Cruise. You give him something more to do. I don't know. Maybe they're going to save it for the next one. I don't know. But in this one, I don't know. I mean, you don't want to burn this guy out, but come on, seriously. I know he's going to be doing, he's probably filming this and Mission Impossible at the same time. So, you know, you don't want to burn the guy out, but, you know, I really wish he did more in the movie. Instead of just running from the Mummy. The Mummy had some henchmen, if you want to call it that. They were like mummies, but, you know how when a person dies, and if you're in the sarcophagus, years later, they're all decayed and decrepit. She brought them to life and whatever. That's not a spoiler, but whatever. That's not really anything major, but you see them. She turns people like you see them like become mummies and whatever. You know, you miss the whole bandage thing. That's all I can say. And honestly, I don't know if they were trying to make this like a classic horror mummy movie, like the original. But if you really look at this and you go back and watch the 99 one with Brendan Fraser, this movie is basically the same thing. I mean, you got the guy, you got the mummy. Guy gets chased by mummy, tries to stop him, done. Well, in this case, certain things are just switched over, and then and you have Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde in this too. So, other than that, this basically is a remake of the Brendan Fraser one. Now, I know there's rumors out there saying that this is like a sequel or a remake of that, but I don't know. Other than that, like I said, I kind of wish there was an after credit to show some more. I really wish Tom Cruise had more to do. But I still enjoyed it. It was a fun little action movie for what it was. Like I said, I liked the Mummy a lot. She was cool. Like I said, it's not exactly my favorite Tom Cruise movie, but it was fun for what it was. So I'm gonna give this movie. I'll be nice and give it a 69% out of 100. I liked it. It's not exactly great, but give it a shot. I am looking forward to seeing what's gonna happen next if it gets another one. I don't think it will. I'm kind of sad about that because there's a certain actor that's in this universe I want to see. Not in the movie, but in this universe. It's Johnny Depp. I really hope they still make his movie, but he's supposed to be the Invisible Man. I kind of want to see that, but if this doesn't work out, I don't think that's gonna happen, which kind of breaks my heart. But what can you do? Go check it out, give it a chance. See if you like it. If you don't like it, that's cool. If you liked it, let me know. Leave a comment below. Let me know what you guys thought. Thank you, and have a good day.